Hi friends, welcome to our very first Play-Doh play-along. My name is Jamie. I will be your Play-Doh guide today. I am so excited to get this Play-Doh party started. Today we are going to be using our number 8 Play-Doh mat, as well as this super sweet Gumball Machine. And then go ahead and grab your favorite Play-Dohs. Any color will do for the day. We are gonna get the ball rolling on this Play-Doh play-along. See you in a second.
Hey everyone, let's get this started. I have switched to a top-down mode so that you can see everything that we're doing in today's Play-Doh play-along. First up, we are going to go over our supplies. I have my Play-Doh toolbox with a couple special things we'll use at the very end, as well as my box of all of my Play-Dohs ready to go. I think today I'm going to use these that are right on top here. I'm going to use the color purple and the color blue. I love this bright color blue and this pretty red here. So I'm going to grab these, put the rest of them aside. And I'm also going to grab our first mat for the day. Here is the number 8. There it is. And we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 circles ready to go. So this is one of my favorite things to do because it's so fun and there's so many things that you can do with them. It's making Play-Doh balls. So let's take out your first color dough. I think I'm gonna go for this red color. And I'm gonna take it out of my can or my bag or whatever my Play-Doh is stored in. And you know what? I'm just gonna warm my hands up and warm this dough up really good. Just give it a few quick kneads. We're kneading just like you would knead real dough. If you're making bread, we are gonna knead our Play-Doh and kind of get it extra smooshy and our hands extra strong and ready for the day. So, how to make Play-Doh balls. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your big old lump of Play-Doh and you're gonna pinch off a little piece of dough, whichever size you need, and you're gonna take it and you're gonna put it in the palm, the very middle of your hand. And what you're gonna do is this bottom hand is gonna go around and around, and you're gonna take your top hand and you're also gonna go around and around. So we're gonna go around and around and around and around, around and around and around we go. Where we'll stop, no one knows. Maybe you've done that with your mom and your dad before. I remember doing that with my mom and dad when I was little. And after you go around and around a few times, around and around and around, around and around and around in our palms, then you'll notice that your dough starts to form this nice little dough ball. And we're just gonna take our first dough and we're gonna put it right here in our first circle for the number 1. And we're gonna just take our big clump of dough, pinch off another size piece, and then we're gonna go round and around again. And you can take this as slowly or as quickly as you want. You're just gonna go around and around. Again, it's right in the middle of your hands. You're just gonna use the 2 middles of your hands and go around and around. Here, I'll show it this way so that you can really see it here. Round and around and around. Okay, and that is dough ball number 2. Nice. We are just going to put that right here. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to get another piece of dough. I think I'm going to use a small piece this time. I think it's sometimes fun to switch things up, use a different size. So I grabbed a smaller piece and I'm just going to get it ready into the middle of my hand here. Round and around and around and around. And I wonder how many times we're going to do this. Do you have a guess? Well, here's our clue. The number 8. Oh, my dough ball looks a little offside, so you can always use your fingers to mush it around a little bit if you want to get it more to the shape that you like. If you're a little bit older, you might also know these dough balls as spheres. Spheres, it's a fun word to say. A sphere kind of looks like the earth or the moon or the sun. There are just so many circles that we use and we see every day. And we can create our little dough balls to look just like them. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and they kind of start from biggest to small. So I'm going to do a few more, okay? Ready? We're just going to pinch, pinch, pinch. And we're going to place in our palm and we're going to roll, roll, roll. And I'll show you again. Round and around and around we go. Round and around and around and slow. All right, that's another. And we have 1, 2, 3 more to do. So here's 1, which is actually number 6. Number 6, here we go, number 6 dough ball. And we're gonna place this right here. We're gonna do another big piece of dough. Plop. I like to use fun words while I'm playing with my dough. I feel like it helps my brain get really creative and have extra fun. All the fun to be added in. Because once we get this started, we will be ready. Okay, and we have one more. One more to do. Oh no, that one's rolling away. Roll, roll, roll. All right, my last one. Here we go. Can kind of mush it together, get it started. And here we go. All right, now we have our 8 Play-Doh balls. Woohoo! So fun. Is it? We can have more fun than this. So before we switch to our next Play-Doh mat, I'm going to show you a few things that you can do with this Play-Doh mat to have an extra lot of fun during our play-along or after our play-along. So, things that you can do with your Play-Doh balls, one of my favorites. So first of all, we roll it out. We can also use our Play-Doh to make our number. Okay, we can. One of my favorite things to do is to get squishy with it. So as we count, it's sometimes fun to squish. Number 1. Squish. 2. Stuck on my finger. And 3. So super fun to squish. Before I squish all of my dough balls, I'm going to show you another way to squish. So you can also, if you have in any of your supplies, or you can ask your parent or your teacher, I also love using stamps on them because stamps sometimes give it a fun decoration. So one of my favorite foods is cupcakes. I love cupcakes. Cupcakes with frosting, cupcakes without frosting, big cupcakes, little cupcakes. So I am going to use my cupcake stamp to squish my dough ball, and we're going to see what happens. So we're going to take our stamp and we're just going to go squish. And oh look, it made us a little picture. That is so fun. I think it's super fun. And we can do all sorts of that. It's just really fun to feel and to play with. We can use lots of different stamps. Let's try it one more time. Here's a big one. I wonder what happens if we get a big one. Ready? And squish. Ooh, it'll come out the side. It comes out the side there, and it gives us a little square. And then our picture in the middle. That is so fun. Okay, so we can squish with our fingers. We can squish with a stamp. Also fun. We can raid our mom's silverware drawer with permission, and we can find one of our favorite utensils. I've got a spoon, and you can use a spoon or a fork to squish it down. Just gives your body some good practice. Squish, squish, squish. Squish, squish, squish. And then if you and your parents, your leader, your teacher, your grandma, your aunt, your uncle, whoever is there with you today, if you guys can track down or think it's okay to find something other than squishing, we can splat. So here's how I'm gonna splat. You see this? This is a hammer and we use it to splat things with. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna move my dough here. All right, we're gonna go ready, set, go. Squish. Ah, that really got it flat, but that was really fun. So let's see, that was 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm gonna keep going. 4. These remind me of cookies now. 5, 6, 7, 8. Woohoo! Now all of our 8 dough balls are nice and squished and splatted. So fun. There's just something so exciting about just squishing our Play-Doh. So I am going to gather up my dough and I'm going to squish it around to kind of bring everything back together. And at this point, if you want to stop our play along and play a little bit more with this Play-Doh mat, you absolutely can and should, for sure. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this dough to the side. I'm going to move this Play-Doh mat over to the side. Oh, there's my arm. And I'm going to get our second mat. And now it's kind of a little bit big to fit in this picture. So we have the number 8 here. Here's our number 8 again, and it says the word 8. And then you'll notice that we have our 10 frame here, but it doesn't have the circles this time. So we're just gonna have to remember, and we're gonna have to count that it goes 5 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. And then we're gonna go 3 over on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is how many dough balls we're gonna make for our Gumball Machine. So our second play along activity of the day is making Play-Doh gumballs. I'm going to move this up a little bit so we can track how many we make and you can see exactly what I'm doing. And we're gonna do the same steps as before. So I'm going to use, I think I want 2 colors this time. So I'm gonna get out my blue Play-Doh first. Here it is. I love keeping my Play-Doh in little plastic bags for so many different reasons. It makes it so easy for my fingers to get into. And then it makes it really easy to put away also. I'll show you at the end. You just take your dough, you put it back in, close the bag, and then it's all set. You don't have to mush and cram and shove everything in there. It is a great way to store all of your colors of Play-Doh, and then you can see exactly what's inside. My daughters, I have 2 little girls and a son, and they love playing with Play-Doh, as you can imagine. But they love, love, love mushing all the different colors of Play-Doh together. So the great thing about those sandwich bags is that when you have 2 colors mushed together, even if they're in the same package, you can still see exactly what's inside. So you know what you're getting before you even have to get it out, which is great. Okay, so I have my blue Play-Doh ready to go right here. And then I have my purple Play-Doh. Purple Play-Doh. All right, and we're just gonna, like I said, get it all warmed up, get our hands warmed up. Again, when we're squishing and smushing it together, this is kneading the dough, and that's exactly what a real baker does with their bread dough and other things to really get their ingredients mixed together. And we are doing the exact same thing with ours as we get ready to play. So I have my blue Play-Doh, I have my purple Play-Doh, and I'm gonna make a pattern. So I'm gonna start with this blue dough first, and I'm just gonna take a big chunk. Now, if you are new to making Play-Doh, or you don't quite have the patience for making Play-Doh balls, that is totally okay. Watch what you can do. You can kind of just pinch and move it around in your fingers and shape it into a ball, because it doesn't have to be perfect. Play-Doh and playtime, playing with Play-Doh does not have to be perfect. It just has to be fun for you. So we're going to take our first Play-Doh ball and put it right here. And again, I'm going to show you, if you really, really don't want to mush it around, you really can just pinch and kind of make an imperfectly perfect Play-Doh ball. Or if you really like the practice and it feels really good to smush the dough between your hands, again, you can just put it in the middle of your hand here, and we're going to roll it around. And you can roll it one way and the other way, whichever way feels good to you, just until you get a nice smooth ball of Play-Doh. And so we have blue, purple, blue. I'm going to grab a little bit more purple, twist it off, do the same thing. They don't have to be the same size. We're just using it to create our Play-Doh gumballs so that we can count them when we add them to our gumball machine here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We are halfway there, halfway. So let's grab another blue one, blue after the purple, and roll it around. Roll, roll, roll. And here we go. And we'll grab a purple one. And roll, rolling, round and around and around we go. Here we go. Oh, that was a little oblong, little long instead of circly. So I'm just going to use my fingers. I don't think circly is a word, but it's fun to say. So feel free to add that in as you play with your Play-Doh. And there is ball number 6. Here is, let's make ball number 7 out of our blue Play-Doh. All right, number 7. And you know what? I am super ready to play. So number 8, I'm not even going to make a ball. Like I said, you don't even have to make a ball as much as create and separate and make a piece, a chunk of dough. Look, it almost looks nearly like a dough ball. So it's good practice. It's good practice for your hands. It really builds up those muscles. But if you're not quite there, that is a-okay. That is totally fine. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Play-Doh balls, which we are now going to turn into gumballs by adding them to our gumball machine. Whoops. I know, we're excited here. Okay, so we have our number 8, the word 8, and we have this right here says gumballs. And it goes with our gumball machine, which is empty. So let's fill it up. We're going to take 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go right here. No, I'll go right here. We like to read this way. 4, 5, 6. I wonder if they're all going to fit. 7. And let's put this last little guy. Gumball number 8. Ah, there we go. We have our 8 gumballs in our gumball machine. Now, that was a lot of fun. It was so much fun that we can even, after we're done with our play along, if you want to practice with a different number, you absolutely can. Let me show you here. I'll just use this to cover it up. I have a yellow dough. Watch this. Look. Can't even see the number. Which number do I want to practice right now? I want to practice the number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to pull out 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can practice my counting. And I can practice my squishing. Or my stamping. Ah, got stuck. Sticky, icky, icky. Or, oh, always a favorite, my splatting. so much fun at our Play-Doh play-along today, and I hope you did too. Even if things went a little fast or you found something that you really wanted to do, the play does not have to end right now. Get your dough balls, get your Play-Doh mats, and keep playing. All right, friends, I will see you tomorrow for another Play-Doh play-along. This time, next time, excuse me, we are going to be making long logs of Play-Doh, and I'm going to show you how we can move them and roll them and shape them into cool different designs. So I hope that you will join me on your next Play-Doh playtime, and I will see you later. Bye, friends!